everyone, and welcome to your pre-acro lesson 3. I'm here with Mila and Sienna, and we are going to get started with our cardio warm-up. So we're starting with our walking planks, and we're going to go into our donkey kicks, and then we're going to go into our lunge switch jumps, okay, into our opposite toe touches, ending with our jump ropes and full body sit-ups. All right, girls, you ready to show them? Starting positions. Wait, hang on. Feet together. 5, 6. Here we go. Out 1. Together. Out 2. Together. Now left. Go. Left. Together. And left. Good. To the right. We go. Out 1. Together. Out 2. Together. To the left. Out 1. Try to keep our bums down. Ready. Donkey kicks. Here we go. Up. 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 Get those feet to our bums. Good, Mila. And up. 6, 7. Here we go. Jump, change, change, change. Big smiles. Change, change, change. Good. Arms out. We twist. Touch. 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 Twist. I know that can be a challenge too. Ready? Jump ropes. And 1. Elbows in, nice and tight. Jump, 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 jump. Drop it down to our planks. Out, bless you, and in. And out, Mila, and in. Other side, go out. Together, and out. Donkey kicks, here we go. 1, 2, jump. Good, keep getting those feet up. And up, here we go. Lunge switch. And a 1, 2. 1 and only. Arms out. Twist. Go. 1, 2, 3. So we're trying to cross body. Good. Opposite toe to hand. Elbows in. Jump rope. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Come to the fronts of our mats. Arms up. Sit it down. Up. All the way up and all the way down. Keep going. Good, Mila. There we go. And down. Use your arms. Arms to your ears. Now throw your arms forward. And down. Arms up. Go. Throw your arms. Yeah. And go. Throw. And go. Throw. And finish. We are starting with our back and contortion warm-up. We're going to be on our stomachs in our cobras with our arms by our sides. Ready, Mila? 6, 7. We're going to press it up all the way. We're going to take our head back to our booty. We're going to hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to roll it down flat like a pancake. Good. We're going to press up. Our right foot's going to go to our head. We're going to hold it there for 5, 4, even better if you can take it to your ear. 3, 2, and all the way down, flat like pancakes. Press up left foot to the head, hold it there for 5, really straight elbows. 4, 3, 2, and all the way down. Press up both toes to our heads, hold it there for 5. We can open these knees. 4, there we go. 3, 2, and all the way down. Beautiful. We're going to squeeze our knees and ankles together. Ready, Mila? Let me see these ankles. We're going to press it up into that cobra. We're going to hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to roll it down flat like a pancake. Press up right foot to the head for 5, 4, 3, 2, and flat like a pancake. Press up left foot to the head. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2. Can you see what that is? 1, and all the way down flat like a pancake. Press up both toes to our heads, closed knees, hold it there, open up those fingers, make sure our fingers are not cramped. 3, 2, and all the way down. Beautiful. Let's press back into our turtle pose. And we call this our turtle pose. Why? Because we're making our turtle shells. It's just a little bit more fun for little kids. Nice. We're going to lift up into our boat pose. Hold it there, girls. Straight arms, straight legs, pointed toes for 10, 9, as high as we can go, 8, 7, no hands, 6, 5, 4, 3, and we paddle for 1, 2 with straight arms, Mila, 3, like we're going across the ocean, 4, 5, 6, rock our boats, go chest, legs, chest, keep those legs straight, chest and legs, straight arms, please, Mila, there we go, and down, good, push back into turtle pose one more time, close your eyes, take a breather, recenter. We're gonna place our hands behind our head for reverse crunches, okay? We will only do 8 this time, okay guys? Ready? 6, 7, lift it up for 1, no hands, and down, and 2, no hands, and 3, good guys, and 4, go Mila, you got this, and 5, and 6, there we go, and 7, strong back muscles, and 8, folding in half, and arms up, hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and teachers, you can find a student to grab their hands, and we're using this for mobility. We are not pulling our students, opening their shoulders and their chest, and bringing them down. Perfect. We're going to do our knee back bends. Instead of doing the leans like we were doing previously, we're now going to start taking that head back, looking all the way behind us, okay? Ready, hands are into our chest, and we're going to take our head back, hold it there for 1, and up. Much better, Mila. And 2. Push our hips forward and up. And 3. Push your hips forward and up. There we go. Last one. I'm not going to hold it by yourself. Go. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it on up. Good job. You shouldn't have to be spotting anybody for back bends anymore. So if you still do have a few students that need a little extra TLC, maybe pull them aside and work with a TA on the side or get some private lessons in. So we're gonna press up, girls. We're gonna hold this back bend, go, for 20 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're gonna continue to hold while I talk to you guys a little bit more. For this age, make sure that their arms are nice and straight. Make sure that their glutes are engaged, because that is the first step to teaching them to prevent lower back injuries in your acro dancers. Really make sure that those glutes are nice and strong and engaged. Beautiful. We're going to tuck our heads, come on down, hug our knees, and rock and roll 4 times. Good. And we are so excited, so make sure you do that twice for 20 seconds. We're so excited that this month we're going to start doing what? We're picking up a foot from our back bends, okay? So can we show them our passe back bends? So Mila or Sienna, go ahead and turn to the side so they can see this one. So we're going to press up into our back bends, and we're going to go ahead and lift one leg up nice and high, and practice holding this with your students for 10 seconds each leg, pointed toe. But I'm going to talk to you guys while they're holding it, and switch other side. For a passe back bend in acro, it does not need to be touching your knee. You actually want them to lift this knee up as high as they can in that position, and bring it on down. Good. 4 rock and rolls. All right, we're going to go into our baskets. Ready, girls? Grab the insides of those toes. Let me see that basket, Mila. And we're going to try to take our toes to our ears. We're going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so let's very quickly go over the sequence of how they're moving their arms. So Sienna, go ahead and let go of your legs. So if my hands are Sienna's feet, okay, she's gonna lift up. So the first step is for them to just start bending their elbows. Go ahead and bend those elbows and hold this. And eventually those elbows go all the way around to the front, and then their toes are all the way up here, right? So they just have to practice stretching the fronts of their shoulders there. Can you go halfway and hold it like this? Yeah, so this is kind of what your students' baskets will look like right about now. And then eventually those elbows will go all the way around. Okay, we're going into our balance section. So we are going into our baby scorpions. We're gonna take our hands out in front of us, and we're gonna grab that foot. We're gonna super glue those knees together, and we're holding this position for 10, 9, 8, can you bring those knees together? 7, 6, 5, hold it, 4, 3, 2, and bring it down. Good. Why don't you guys go ahead and jump on the floor with me over here. Jump onto the wood, Mila. And we're gonna put those hands out in front of us, We're gonna switch to the other side. Super glue those knees together. Go, you can do it. Hold it. 1, no hands. 2, 3, 4, 5, straight leg. 6, knees together. 7, 8, 9. There we go. And finish. So I'll tell you a quick secret. Whenever you're doing any balancing, it's always better and easier to do it on a hard surface versus actually doing it on the mat. Moving on into our chin stands, we are rolling down, practicing holding that balance. Toes are on our head. At this point in time, your dancers will be a lot more confident on rolling down into the position, not necessarily holding it just yet. If you have a very flexible student, make sure that they are rolling down nice and slowly, right? And using their muscles and not momentum. So Sienna's gonna go ahead and go down, and she's gonna take her toes to her head. She's gonna hold this position. So teachers, you can put your hands on their knees and simply say like, oh, get your hands, knees off my hands, lift, lift. And they'll start to use the right muscles that they need in order to get those knees off of your hands, instead of just sitting in the position and causing any injuries. So we're doing our back mermaid. Instead of lying down on the floor, we are going to go into this position. And we're gonna make sure our back knee is rolled in and on the floor, right? And we're gonna bend that back foot and start to walk those hands back to get that toe onto our head. Beautiful, girls. And we're gonna hold it. And we're gonna straighten our leg and then recover. And make sure you guys do both sides, both legs in your class. Let's jump into a little bit of technique. We're gonna do some grand battements. So girls, go ahead onto our backs. Sienna, go ahead and turn to face the other way. Ankles together. Your legs are my arms. Ready? Arms by your sides. Point those toes. We will just do 8 kicks on the right and 8 kicks on the left. 6, 7, kick for 1 and 2 and 3. Good, that's better. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Other side we go for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Grab that right leg, hold it there. We're gonna stretch it here. Take a little extra time in your normal class to do these stretches and switch, grab the other leg, hold it there. Teachers, make sure you're walking around and always correcting and bring it on down. Beautiful. So we do our kicks to the front for the first 2 weeks, and then the second 2 weeks of the month we take it to the side. 6, 7, grand battement. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, kick it. 5, higher. 6, 7, grab that ankle, hold it there, stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, and down. Other side, here we go. 5, 6, 7, we kick. 1, no hands, and 2, point your feet. 3, straight legs. 4, don't use your hand, Mila. 5, no hand, and 6, get it straight, point it. 7, and grab that ankle, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're moving on to the wall, so we're gonna start with our headstands. So now instead of walking our feet up on the wall, we're transitioning to kicking up onto the wall. So the girls are gonna show you their headstands. So we're gonna turn around, face the wall, place our hands onto the floor, our heads on the floor. Sienna, go very slowly for me. We press up onto our toes. Wait, hang on. Go back. I want to explain to them how to do it. So we want to make sure that our hands are in front of our face. Okay, Sienna's going to straighten her legs. From here, we're going to walk our toes to our nose. Yep, so her back is pretty much already on the floor or on the wall. She's going to lift one leg up as high as possible. And look, she's pretty much already there. She is very flexible, but your dancers should feel the wall there. She presses up against the wall and she's going to take both legs up, okay? So that's how we're getting into those headstands. And we practice holding it here for 10 seconds. And then we're going to come down 1 foot at a time. Go ahead and come on down 1 foot at a time. Perfect. And shake those hands out. All right, we're doing our elbow stands the same way. So girls, we're not actually gonna go all the way up into our elbow stands yet. We're still gonna do the kicks. The L kicks, yep. Okay, so let's explain to you guys the elbow stands now facing the wall. So the girls are gonna come down onto the elbows, stay there, freeze. Okay, their heads are off of the floor. We're never putting our head on the floor. They're gonna stand up onto their feet. Our knees never touch the floor, right? We put one foot in front, one foot in back and hold this position. So you should have one bent knee and one straight leg. So Sienna's gonna practice kicking this back leg. Ready? She goes kick, hop, and kick, hop. Perfect. So this is what your dancers are gonna look like when they're first starting those elbow stands up against the wall. Eventually, go ahead, Sienna, she's gonna kick so high that that foot touches the wall, and then eventually they go up into their full elbow stands. So I'm not expecting feet together there, Mila. All of your dancers to have this and bring it on down, 1 foot at a time. By their 3rd month, okay? It's closer to like month 4 and month 5 that they'll get all the way up. So if they're just doing those little kicks on the wall right now, that's still perfectly fine. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stand up, and we're gonna do the same thing for our handstands. So we're gonna turn to face the wall, place our arms up nice and straight. Let me check their elbows. Beautiful. And they're gonna be doing little L kicks onto the wall. So step, kick. Perfect. And again, they step and they kick. This is practicing weight bearing on those arms, getting them nice and strong. And then eventually that back leg is gonna start to touch the wall. As they get more confident, they touch the wall, and eventually they will go all the way up into those handstands. Perfect, Mila. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let me show you guys how to spot. So we're gonna straighten those elbows, point that foot. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna grab the leg that she's kicking with and help get her all the way up, fingers, feet together, and have her hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2. She comes down, land on your feet. Good job, okay? Start counting your dancers to 5 first, and then eventually you can get them to hold it till 10. And bring it on down. Nice. The last thing up against the wall that we're doing this month is our knee back bends, and we're going to actually turn to face the wall, and this is going to help your dancers start to activate their glutes and their whole posterior derriere muscles that are usually pretty weak in this age group. We're going to come nice and close to the wall. Again, open those knees, it makes it easier. Yes, we're going to place our hands up, and we're going to start peeling our head back. Watch, Sienna's here. She's gonna take her arms back and she's gonna start going backwards. She's keeping her chest onto the wall, both hands. Touches the floor, and now she's gonna push her hips back to the wall as she slowly brings it back up, okay? And again, not everybody's going to get this so quickly, okay? And we're gonna take it back one more time. She's still pressing up against the wall, and she's gonna go hips. So see, she was able to do that one on her own. Okay, ready, Mila? You want to give it a try? Arms straight first for me. Oops. So straight up here on the wall. Ready? And then now head goes back. Push your hips to the mirror or to the wall. And then now go hips to the wall, and we bring it back up. Yeah. And one more time. Ready? Keep your hips on the wall. And go hips on the wall. And keep those arms by your ears. Can you do that? So keep your arms like this. Wait, hang on. Don't do it yet. Super glued. Right there. Ready? And go slowly. I got you. Now go hips to the wall. There we go, and shake it out. Our drill for this month is donkey kicks, and the girls are gonna show you 30 donkey kicks right now. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We're doing pencil rolls, and let me talk to you guys about these first. So she's starting in boat pose. Our hands are off of the wall, or off the floor. Our feet are off the floor. They're nice and pointed. Knees are off the floor. She's gonna flip into banana pose. Boom. Head stays off the floor, legs don't touch, and she flips. Boat, and banana, and boat, and banana, yes? Ready, go ahead, Mila. You can also start, and flip, and flip. So teachers, we usually have teachers on the mats telling the girls and boys when to rotate, switch, and switch, and switch. Try to keep that head off the floor, Mila, and switch, tummy muscles, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Last one, and switch, head off the floor. Good. So it's a little bit different from like the pencil rolls that you see kids doing, and they just like flop all over the mat and just like roll. They're actually engaging a whole bunch of muscles and holding those positions. Forward rolls across the floor. We stand up with no hands, and we really try to keep those feet together as well. Ready? Go ahead, Mila. Forward rolls, please. Standing up with no hands. Let's go ahead, Sienna. We're doing our back rolls, and we're doing them from an elevated surface still. So Mila is lining up the mat with, or sorry, Sienna is lining up the mat with where her neck is. She knows the correct placement. So if your student goes too far over, they're gonna get stuck while they're trying to do their back rolls. And our hands go onto the mat. She's gonna lift both feet all the way up and over, tummy muscles, and she pushes to stand up, okay? Go ahead and demonstrate that one more time. So we usually have all of the dancers do 3 of these and go feet on their own. And we are, and one more time, at this point in our classes, by month 3, they're all pretty much doing this by themselves. Perfect. And then next month, we start lowering the mat until eventually they can do their back rolls completely on their own on the flat surface. So this helps them to activate the muscles that they need in order to do the roll. Whereas when you have teachers just helping kids do it on a flat surface the whole time, they're not learning to use anything. They're just learning, oh, somebody's gonna lift me to do a back roll, where this is actually teaching them how to do it by themselves. Yeah, good. Our last thing across the floor are our straddle rolls. So Sienna's gonna step up. She's gonna open into a nice second position. Arms come up, they touch the floor. We tuck our head, we roll, we end in a beautiful straddle, sitting up nice and tall with those toes pointed, yeah. And we stand up, and we go roll, straddle, sitting up nice and tall, beautiful pointed toes. Ready? Go ahead, Mila. And sit up nice and tall, point those toes, good. Good, 2 more, Mila. And straddle, pointed feet, good. Try not to let those big toes touch the floor. And last one. Okay, this month we're doing our front angels. So the girls are gonna come on over here and we're gonna show you how to do a front angel. So Sienna's gonna stand nice and close, and she's gonna practice standing nice and straight. So we have our shoulders over our hips, hips over our feet, and she's gonna practice falling onto me nice and straight, just like that. So she's gonna go, fall for 1, and I push her back, and 2. So she's practicing staying in a nice straight line and trusting me, right? Okay, so now she's gonna take those hands out, and we bring our ankles together, and we're gonna make sure our arms are nice and straight. And teachers, do you see how I have her hands directly underneath her shoulders? So they're nice and straight in a straight line here. And if you can, I press into my toes, lift your back up, and we'll see if we can let go. And then we bring our hands back together, and then we come down. Good job. Ready, Mila? So we bring our feet, come a little bit closer, feet together, arms by our sides, stay nice and straight. Ready? Practice falling for 1 and 2, 3. Ready? Here we go. Hands straight up, legs together, point those toes. Straighten your arms for me. There we go, right there, there. And can you bring your ankles together? Ankles to touch, there we go. There, perfect. Look at me, slowly, slowly. There we go. And then hands come back, and we bring it back down. So at this point, it should only be teachers lifting up the students. And for our stretching, we're gonna end our class with a lunge. We're gonna put this right leg forward, and our back leg is going to be off the floor. Hands are on the floor here. Foot should be nice and straight. Can you tuck that back toe there, Mila? So we're gonna, there we go. Now get our knee, watch my knee. We're gonna go off the floor. Yes, there we go. Hands on the floor, hold it here. Perfect. That's a lunge. And we're gonna bring that back leg forward and switch. Stretch the other way. Perfect. Good, and come onto our knees. Go ahead and bring that right leg forward. Hands up in the air on both sides. Slide it down into that right split. Hold it there nice and tall. We want to keep that back knee on the floor. If we don't, we end up turning into a little bit of a straddle here, right? Yep, so roll on that back knee. So we're going to keep our hands forward. And do you see this knee, Mila? So we want that knee to go onto the floor. So go up and over. There. Come on. I know it's sore now. Put this hand over here. Yeah, hold that leg there. Trying to get that back knee on the floor. And shake it out. Okay, teachers, make sure they do both the right and the left and end your lesson with your straddle stretches. All right, girls, let's stand up on our feet. Repeat after me. 1, 2, 3. We say, I am bright. I am strong. I am smart. I am beautiful. I am kind. I am me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next month.